Welcome to the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast. I'm your host, Deanna Cooper Gillingham. For over 25 years, I've strived to use my nurse credentials to find work that fit my lifestyle, whether it was raising my 4 children and 3 fur babies, traveling the world, or moving to Mexico and living on the Caribbean Sea. Sometimes I succeeded, and sometimes I failed, but I always learned from the experience. Now, I want to help you by sharing what worked and what didn't work. There are so many opportunities out there for nurses today. The Stay at Home Nurse Podcast will inspire and equip you to have a nursing career that is meaningful and supports your lifestyle. Now let's get started. Welcome to episode 7 of the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast. Today we're going to talk about the future you. I first started this podcast because I heard about the high number of nurses that were leaving the profession. It really made me sad. I have been able to successfully use my nursing credentials to have the lifestyle that I wanted, not always exactly what I wanted, but I think more than any other profession. And even now, I was able to use my nursing credentials to get to my life, my dream life on the beach in Mexico. I want you to have the lifestyle freedom that you desire. I want you to have the career that you want, and I want you to be able to work your life and your career together so that you can be happy. I believe that our job plays a very important role in our life. So you have to have the dream job to have the dream life. But the first step for all of this is to know what you want. What direction are you moving in? You'll never know if you've succeeded in getting that dream life unless you know what that dream life is. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Today I want you to tell me what success looks like to you. Both career success and, even more importantly, life success. Now for some of you this is going to be really easy because you already know what you want. But I run into a lot of people who they don't even know what success looks like. They're just trying to live from day to day. They're trying to get through each day. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to imagine that it's 5 years from now, and you've just run into your favorite clinical instructor from nursing school. She asks you what you're up to. How do you answer her? Of course you want to impress her. You want to tell her all the good things that have happened to you in the last 5 years. So what exactly are you going to tell her? Where are you going to live? Where do you work? Are you working full-time, part-time? Are you a travel nurse? Are you a contract nurse? Are you a freelancer or an entrepreneur? What is your job title? What are you most proud of? How does your nursing career support your lifestyle? What is your financial situation? And what is your family life like? Be as specific as possible. You have to really dream and really think. For some of you, this is going to be that you want to work at home so that you can be there when your kids get off the bus. For others, you're going to want to climb the career ladder and maybe be the director of nursing or have a management position. And for others, you're going to want to get away from bedside nursing and do something like utilization review, case management, HEDIS, something outside of bedside nursing. But just think about it. What kind of a lifestyle do you need? Do you need a Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, so you're off on the weekend so you can be there with your kids to take them to all their activities? Or maybe you'd rather work night shift, 7p to 7a, so that you can sleep during the day and then be there when your kids get home from school. Whatever it is, think about it. And it can change. This doesn't have to be your forever dream. This is just your dream for the next 5 years. So I have some homework for you. This week, I want you to write down what your successful dream life will look like in 5 years. I actually did this back in 2014, and when I was selling my house in 2016, I found the paper that I had written on. I had completely forgotten about it, and I looked over it, and I realized that in 2 years, I had reached my 5-year dream. So for me, some of the things that were on my 5-year dream were, I wanted to be working 100% from home. I wanted to pay off all my debt. I wanted to take my family on a beach vacation, kind of like a beach vacation of the lifetime for my extended family, including my mom and my sister and her kids. I wanted to have some money in savings, and I wanted to be able to give. It was real important to me that I was able to give to charities that I wanted to support. So when I found that piece of paper 2 years later, I was very surprised to see that I had reached all those goals and even surpassed them. I had made some new goals that I was now reaching towards. So your homework is write down your goals. First you dream about them, then you write them down, put them in a safe place so that you can find them later and realize that you too have met your goals. I would love if you would post your goals in our Facebook group, the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast Facebook group, or take a picture and put them on Instagram with the hashtag the Stay at Home Nurse. Or if you don't want to make them public, you can send them to me. I would love it if you would email me at hello@thestayathomenurse.com or find me on LinkedIn, Deanna Cooper Gillingham, and send me them in a message. I want to see what your goals are so that I can help support you in reaching those goals. For bonus points, start thinking about what are your next steps. What are the next steps you need to take to start moving towards reaching your goals? And don't worry about having it all figured out. All you need to know is the next right move. Okay, that's a wrap for this week's episode. I look forward to seeing you again next week on the Stay at Home Nurse Podcast.